every time we try to manifest something, there will always be this other side of the coin that we often do not take into consideration. Alright, this is Sygula from TruthTheory.com, and welcome to another episode of True Spirituality. This is my series on metaphysics, esotericism, mysticism, spirituality, etc. So today we're going to talk about law of attraction. This is one of the topics that I've been interested in for probably 10-15 years, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard about the law of attraction. This concept became popular with the book and the movie called The Secret. So the basic idea is that we attract things that we focus on: situations, people, outcomes, etc. So there are various methods that are often used to attract things, such as visualization is one of the popular ones, but also trying to embody or imagine emotional states that are linked to things that we try to manifest. And I can tell you, I've been experimenting with the law of attraction for years. I try to manifest some very, very unique and specific things in my life, and sometimes it would work. So to me, there is no doubt that this is a real phenomena. However, there are some major issues or things that people get wrong about the law of attraction. So in this video, we will talk about the first major issue. So the first major issue is that often what we try to manifest or what we desire is actually not really good for us. This is a very important thing to understand. And I see a lot of people who are trying to manifest things in their life completely miss this point, don't understand that. So let me give you a quick example of what I mean. So for example, I heard this story of a guy who wanted to manifest better paid job, and he got a job, but what came with it was a lot more responsibilities. The job was much more demanding. He would get called on the weekends or evenings. So in reality, he received what he wanted, but actually he became less happy as a result. So it is important to remember that every time we try to manifest something, there will always be this other side of the coin that we often do not take into consideration. And very often what we desire is not aligned with our true nature, and it comes from some kind of external programs from society, the education system, media, entertainment industry, religion, etc. So all these different external systems can be our parents, teachers, television, corporations with their marketing tactics. They all program us from a very early age to desire specific things, to act in specific ways, etc. So for example, your parents might think that what is good for you is maybe to have a well-paid job as a lawyer, but maybe you have more artistic mind or some of these artistic gifts, and if you would actually become a lawyer, you would be very unhappy. You might have financial security, but you're gonna be very unfulfilled. So they might think they want something good for you, but it's not aligned with who you are and what's actually really good for you. Alright, so let me give you another quick example of how it all works with manifesting things. So for example, someone I know who is a female, she had this image or an idea of a partner that she wanted to attract. And some of these things were things like, financial stability, someone who is more mature, more experienced in life, etc. And in the past, some of the other guys she was dating didn't have these values. So she attracted someone who had some of these values. Was a guy who actually owned some properties, had well-paid job, was much older, more experienced, etc. But what came with it, and remember about this other side of the coin that comes with everything we attract, we focus on, was that actually the guy, he was a womanizer. He would party quite a lot. He had a lot of women around him, and he would take advantage of that. And another interesting thing is that he had some money, but because he was so focused on making that money, he He was actually pretty selfish and greedy, which also didn't resonate. And in fact, he was actually much more selfish than some of the other guys he dated previously that were just normal, didn't have any money. So this is what I'm talking about. This other side of the coin that comes with things that we manifest. Very often we don't even take these things into account, and very often these things that we imagine that will make us happy actually won't make us happy in the end. So this is why when working with things like law of attraction or trying to manifest things in our lives, we need to make sure that we actually create reality that is aligned with our true nature, what is actually really good for us. And this is the major difference between what is good for us and what we think is good for us. So when we tune into our higher self, our intuition, we can actually try to focus on manifesting things that are more aligned with our true nature. And this can bring less disappointments, less headaches, and you're actually going to be much more fulfilled and much happier. And this is another major topic. I actually did a whole podcast episode about this particular topic. So if you want to explore it further, check out Truth Theory podcast episode 14, how to live in the flow, follow your intuition, and aligned with your higher self. Alright, so this was part 1 in this series where I talk about some of the major issues with the law of attraction. And if you want to see part 2, this video is exclusive to our Patreon supporters only. So go to patreon.com/truththeory to check it out. When you become a Patreon supporter, you actually help us to create more content, and you get access to exclusive videos and some of the other perks. We also have some options where I do one-to-one mentoring. At the moment, this is only available through Patreon. So go to patreon.com/truththeory to check out some of the options there. And if this video resonates with you, please share it. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe. And thanks for checking. Until next time.